People only talk about truth, especially dark and uncomfortable truth, when they have had the courage to look beyond what the world shows on the surface. Behind the beautiful and shining image of life, there's often something deeper and more painful. Most people live inside this illusion, controlled by the same force that keeps the world moving. But what is truth, really? It's not just facts, it's the raw, honest picture of something called the will, a blind, never-ending push that lies at the heart of everything. This will never stops, never gets truly satisfied, and never has a final goal. When we speak about women in this context, we are not just giving opinions or making social comments, we are talking about something much deeper. A core example of this blind will. For centuries, this force has used the female form to pull men into its complicated and often painful trap. Have you ever felt used, ignored, or made to look like a fool by women? Then what you need is the anti-diet code. It contains 76 powerful rules every man should know. Rules that help you build respect, power, and control over your life. Stop being the nice guy who always loses. Learn the truth about women, relationships, and your own male self-worth, truths most people are too scared to say out loud. Download it now through the link in the description or the pinned comment. We human beings often live inside our minds, trapped by our thoughts and beliefs. We mistake what we see on the outside for what's real. But deep down, under our conscious mind, under our dreams of love and companionship, lies the strong, cold force of the will. In women, this will has its sharpest and smartest tool. And its main goal? To continue the species, that's it. This truth is scary, because it takes away all the romantic and poetic ideas we have about love. It shows us a harsh reality, that behind all our strong feelings and sweet emotions, there is just a biological mission, to keep life going. Think for a moment about beauty. Why does it have so much power over the male mind? Is it just a personal taste? A random attraction? No, it's something deeper. The truth is that beauty speaks to something unconscious in men, something connected to the survival of the species. When a woman is young and full of life, she becomes the perfect symbol of future life. Her smooth skin, her healthy body, and her balanced looks, they are not just for show. These are signals from nature telling the man that she is fit to reproduce. Men believe they are free to choose who they love. But the truth is, they are often just puppets, moving to the hidden commands of this cosmic will. They think they are in control, but are they? He thinks he's in love, but actually, he's being chosen. He is being pushed forward by a deep, hidden force, a force that doesn't care about his personal happiness. It only cares about one thing, the cycle of life and death, of suffering and constant struggle. That's the hard truth about life, and especially about love. Female nature, at its core, is practical. It is not interested in deep philosophy or abstract dreams. It is focused on the survival of the species. While a man might lose himself in art, science, or ideas, a woman is more connected to what's real, immediate, and necessary, creating life and keeping it alive. This doesn't mean women are not intelligent, but their intelligence is shaped by nature to serve a deeper purpose. Their thinking, their instincts, even their ability to hide emotions or intentions, these are not flaws. These are natural tools. She hides things not out of cruelty, but because she is trying to secure the best future for herself and her children. Her changing moods, her emotional ups and downs, these are just surface signs of a deeper strategy, a biological strategy. And what about love, that beautiful and praised emotion? In truth, love is one of the biggest lies told by nature. It's a powerful illusion carefully designed to pull two people together, just so life can continue. The deep feelings, the joy, the obsession, they are all part of a trick. A moment of madness meant to serve the will of life. Once the need to reproduce is fulfilled, or once this illusion starts to fade, reality returns. And with it comes disappointment. The passion disappears. What's left is boredom, emptiness, and regret. You begin to see how deeply you were fooled, and when the will gets what it wanted, it throws away the tools it used. The man and woman are left alone, trying to make sense of broken dreams and lost promises. The man often mistakes a woman's behavior for deep, personal affection. He thinks she really loves him, but often she is responding to a deeper instinct. He imagines she has all the qualities he dreams of: kindness, loyalty, softness. But those ideas are just in his head. He projects his fantasies onto her. But sooner or later, reality breaks those fantasies apart. The woman, on the other hand, is looking at something else entirely. She is working with a different goal. Her mind, even without thinking, is checking if the man is useful. Can he protect? Can he provide? Does he have strength, courage, resources? These are the things that matter. His art, his poetry, his unique talents, these are often secondary. The raw biological need comes first. This is one of the biggest truths about women and how they differ from men. A man might see relationships as emotional or spiritual. A woman, often without knowing, sees them as practical and biological. That's why there is a constant tension between men and women. It's not because one side is bad, it's because their purposes are so different. Man wants to understand life. He wants truth. He wants to escape suffering. But the woman, often without realizing it, just wants to continue life. She wants to create more of it, even if that means creating more suffering. Her cheerfulness, her love for small, daily things, these don't mean she is deeper or more joyful. They are psychological tools given by nature to help her do her job. If she stopped to think deeply about pain, loss, and failure, she might stop the process of life. And that would go against nature's design. So nature gave her something else, a kind of mental protection, a shield that keeps her away from the deep sadness and existential thoughts that men often face. That's why many women seem to live more in the present, enjoying what's in front of them. That's not weakness, it's part of their survival design. Now think about power and control in relationships. Men often try to be the strong one. They try to lead, to dominate, to shape the relationship. But the truth is, he thinks he's in control. But the truth is, he's the one being led. A hidden force guides him, and that force is often the woman. Quiet, still, seemingly weak, but in her silence lies great power. A power more basic and more lasting than strength. It's the power to choose who gets to be part of the future. She decides which man will pass on his genes. That choice, often made without words, gives her quiet control over him. He desires her, he works hard for her. He faces challenges, makes sacrifices, and dreams of winning her love. But all of this is part of a bigger plan, the plan of nature. His hopes and efforts become tools used by something deeper, the will to survive and reproduce. He thinks he's doing it for love or happiness, but in reality, he's serving the needs of the species. In today's world, we talk a lot about gender roles, identity, and equality. We try to build relationships based on logic, fairness, and social rules. But underneath all of that is something older and stronger, the will of life. It's always working in the background, often without us realizing it. Feminism, though noble in its fight for fairness, sometimes misses this deep truth. It believes that all differences between men and women come from society. But many of these differences are not just man-made, they're built into life itself. The need to reproduce, to keep life going, often shapes how men and women behave, no matter how much suffering it causes. Men, trying to adjust, become nice guys. They try to be kind, understanding, and helpful. But in doing so, they often lose touch with who they are. They forget their own nature. They get lost in a world where deep instincts and fake feelings rule. If a man really wants to understand life and avoid the constant pain of broken dreams, he must look deeper. He needs to remove the layers of lies taught by society and romantic stories. He must see that a woman's beauty is not a promise of happiness. It's nature calling him to serve a purpose. Her love is not forever. It's a short moment meant to keep the cycle going. This truth is dark and uncomfortable. Few people dare to say it, and even fewer accept it. But seeing it clearly can be powerful. It shows us that nature doesn't care about individuals. It only cares about the species. Still, by understanding this, we can start to pull ourselves away from its control. This doesn't mean we should hate others or run away from people. It means we should take a deep look at desire, attraction, and love, and stop believing in the illusions. The man who sees this truth won't waste his life chasing romance. He will choose a different path, a quiet path. a path of clear thinking and calm observation. He watches how life works without getting trapped in it. Real self-worth doesn't come from someone else's love. It comes from understanding the world as it truly is. It comes from staying strong in the face of hard truths. To live honestly is to accept that life is full of struggle and pain. It's to turn away from fake promises and focus instead on inner peace. The bond between man and woman, when you remove the fairy tale, is not about deep connection. It's about nature playing its game. Each person is an actor in a story written by life itself. The strongest pull between them isn't love, it's biology. Each side looking for what it needs to keep the species alive. Knowing this may feel sad, but it leads to a different kind of wisdom. It helps you see the games people play in love and attraction. The mind games, the little tricks, the silent power struggles, they're not personal. They are just nature doing its work. When you're left, when you're hurt, when your heart breaks, it's not a mistake. It's part of the system. A system that uses your feelings to serve a larger plan. A plan that doesn't care how much you suffer. Modern advice says we can fix love with better communication, therapy, or advice videos. But all of that misses the deeper truth. Love, at its core, is not about happiness. It's about survival. And survival often means pain. We go back to the start. Life is suffering. And this suffering is made worse by the powerful desire to connect and reproduce. The woman, in this system, becomes the clearest form of nature's will. She is not evil or wrong. She is simply following her nature. The responsibility falls on the man. He must see through the illusion. He must understand how it works. And then, if he's strong enough, he can choose a different way. This way is not filled with fake hope or sweet lies. It's a path of letting go. A path of quiet thought, of stepping back from the endless chasing. The man who understands this will not try to win love. He will try to understand life. And in that understanding, he may find peace, even in a world full of suffering. True value isn't found in short-term joys or fake love. It's found in clear vision. A vision that sees through life's big trick. If this honest view of life matches your own feelings, if you too have seen through the lies, then share your thoughts. What illusions have you broken? What truths have you discovered? Your voice matters. Your words help others see the truth too, like this reflection. Subscribe for more insights as we explore the deep, hidden truths behind the way life really works.